He's just about to release a much-anticipated new album, so would you please welcome the hugely talented ALANIS Morissette.
Hi.
Hi, ALANIS. Thank you for making time for this. I was looking through your biography and you're pretty busy.
Right now?
You act, you sing, you do triathlons. Campaigner.
Yes. There's so much to do in so little time, I feel.
Yeah, what's your passion of all the things you do? What do you enjoy the most?
I don't actually really care what form it takes. It's just, you know, passion to express and define and, you know, meet people, find out what they're about.
Okay, because my dad, was saying to me, his only complaint really about the show is that I never ask people about their hobbies.
Right.
And he says, you don't really know... It's sort of thing like, you know, Christian, you know, your uncle.
Sort of thing he'd say, yeah.
It's sort of thing he'd say. And he's concerned, it's only by knowing people... It's my cousin. Only by knowing people's hobbies do you really know the person. What's your hobby?
What are my hobbies? I collect oils from around the world.
Oils?
Is that considered a hobby?
What sort of oils? Oil paintings, oil...
Essential oils, like smelly
oils.
things.
I think you meant like crude oil.
Yes.
Whatever you want.
I think I'll start that.
Yeah, I love crude oil collection.
And I do paint.
You do paint?
I guess that's considered a hobby.
That's a good hobby.
Right. Let me think, what else do I collect? I collect Japanese things, like painting,
Japanese...
anything Japanese, I pretty much
Japanese erotic arts?
Right.
Right. OK, March the 8th, I gather, is ALANIS Morissette Day in Canada.
Isn't that horrible?
I've been to Barry White Day in Miami, and I tell you, it was a blast. Yeah.
I'm sure. What do they do on Barry White Day?
They just play a lot of Barry White and get sexual.
Everyone's very sexual that day.
Everyone's very sexual.
All right, it happens.
But what happens on ALANIS Morissette
March 8th Day is very sexual, too.
Yeah.
But no, it's not. I actually am very embarrassed about it because it was also some other day, like a tulip festival the same day, so I felt it was sacrilege to step on that.
No, but what do people do to celebrate ALANIS Morissette Day?
I don't know. I'm nowhere near Canada when that happens, so...
You don't have the ALANIS Morissette parade?
This narcissistic moment on a parade. No, I make sure I'm away from the country on that day.
That's why everyone walking around with one hand in their pocket. Okay. What's that really about? Okay, do you know what? There is a...
I think you know.
Yeah, there's a new album. Do you know, a lot of people didn't believe me when I told them.
Told them what?
Exactly. You've got a new album, Under Rug Swept.
Yes.
And the single is Hands Clean. How do you... I mean, these are muddled up kind of sentences, but how do you go about choosing titles for things? What do you...
They choose themselves. It's a very stream of consciousness, so I just sit down with a keyboard and a guitar and just start writing, and everything writes itself at the same time, and if it's too belabored, I throw it out.
So when you write a song, do you do words first, or the tune and then fit the words in? How do you do that?
Usually words first, but every once in a while music and words at the same time. It kind of tells me what it wants to be.
Yeah, but what about if it just doesn't happen?
Then I don't force it, because then it's gross. Then it comes from my mind, and I hate when things come too much from my head. They have to come through my spirit.
What if you're really under pressure for like one more track for the album? They're going, come on.
I go like this. No pressure. Your pressure. Pressure's horrible. It's an inspiration killer, as you may have experienced over the years in your
Tell me about it 3 times a week. Let's have a look at your new video. Here we go. How do you write songs, Jim? No. How do you deal with pressure? I mean, do you like pressure? Do you perform better under it?
Well, I don't really have any pressure. I mean,
now, you were in Sundance. We just mentioned you won an award at Sundance, but you were there as well.
I was just there too. I think we were in adjacent rooms.
Were we?
Yeah.
You think? No, you know.
Oh wow.
Well, I didn't actually see you, so I think you were there.
I know, because the women. That's right. The women I was working with said that you were there. That's right.
Yeah.
What would you? Have you got a film there?
No, I was playing some music.
All right.
Yeah.
How was it? It's a good place.
It's great. What a beautiful place.
No, go on.
It is it's gorgeous.
Jimmy's doing a good job.
Did you snowboard or anything, or do you?
No,
do that?
I've got a hernia.
Oh.
No.
I never got that out of him. I can't believe it.
But it is, it's the most beautiful place. It's fantastic.
It really is.
And I'm very old.
You can't drink there, though, can you?
Of course you can.
Well, I wouldn't really know.
Oh, sorry.
I
you
give it
don't
a
drink
fairly
or
good
smoke.
go. No, no, it was, no, you can. You have to join, you have to sort of like join, be a member. Or just stay in there. Everyone stays in condos there.
All right, that's enough, Jimmy. I'm trying to talk to Alanis.
All right, sorry.
Now, you're on Maverick, which is Madonna's label.
Yes.
Does she? I mean, she's, I suppose, the world's leading kind of female singer songwriter who's really lasted the course. Does she kind of give you tips and things?
I'm sure she would be up for offering any sort of tips or whatever you call it.
Tips.
But I actually love, you know, making my own mistakes and creating my own thing. So, although I'd appreciate it, I'm totally open to walking my own little path.
But she doesn't get involved at all, ever.
No, which I think is to her credit. I think she understands the whole concept of giving someone their freedom to do their thing, and that's what I thrive with the most. So.
Okay, now you're obviously phenomenally successful. I can't remember how many million albums you sold, but I think it was 40? Like 40
so.
million albums.
Something like that.
Yeah. But you don't seem at all flash. I mean, that's how you come across to me. You don't seem particularly flash.
My friend said today that I have a very drag through the hedge look, and he said it was a compliment, and I don't entirely know what that means.
No, that's not. That's just bloody rude.
Is it? He was saying it with a big smile on his face.
My mother would say that was very past remarkable to say that.
Is it?
My mum would like that, except she's not in the country.
Okay.
So that was a waste of time.
No, that's all right. I was thinking about my dad earlier, and it was pretty inane. Jim, just join in. But did you have any indulgences at all? Do you have anything that's...
I love diamonds.
OK, that's fine. I'd say that's an indulgence. OK, Alanis, I've got some shallow quickies for you. You played God in 2 of Kevin Smith's films.
Yes.
I interviewed her. She was very complimentary about you. Seems to like you.
I love Kevin so much.
Are you worried about being typecast as God?
No, I believe I'm God, but I believe you're God too.
Yeah,
so
okay.
there you
Done
go.
you no
We are
harm,
all
Johnny.
We're all God.
What about Jim? Exception?
Absolutely God.
You phoned Mother Teresa to offer your help. Did you get through?
I actually phoned her the night that she died, if you can believe it.
Wow.
Yeah, I just wanted to go over there, which I eventually did do. But it was very
So
interesting
you called
timing.
her up to say, do you need my help? And the next day you heard, Mother Teresa has died.
Yes.
OK.
Don't call me tonight for that.
I was going to say. I'll give you a list of people to call. I've also down here, you actually, your name, this is cheap, but this
You
is.
said it was shallow, right?
Yeah, it is shallow, so I like it.
Perfect.
You are named after your dad, Alan.
Yes.
You must be relieved he wasn't called Penn. Do you know, it was actually Derek on the card, I just, whoa. And lastly, you do compete in triathlons.
Yes, I have many times.
What do you have to do in these triathlons? I don't know too much.
Bike, run, and swim. Swim in the ocean.
OK, so you stay... Oh, do you know what? Thank you very much. Alanis Morissette, ladies and gentlemen. I've got to break that off because I think we can go back to Steve, who's at Britney Spears' aunt's house.
Oh, perfect.
That's perfect, isn't it?